Hello people of YouTube, I'm back again, and this week I have something that I mentioned on the podcast last week, which is this locomotive sample from Athearn. We're going to go to the workbench and take a look. You know, I don't usually show boxes with my product spotlights, but I thought I would this time because I really enjoyed the presentation. While we're looking at this, I'll also mention that the retail on this is going to be $249.98, and it'll come with DCC and sound with the Tsunami 2 decoder in it, and the minimum radius is rated at 18 inches with a 22 minimum recommended. So it'll run on 18, but it'll work a lot better with a bigger minimum radius. So it comes with actually two manuals, warranty card, little sign-up sheet there for a mailing list, and a parts bag. The black manual has a whole bunch of sort of technical specs in it, exploded view drawings. It's more of a mechanical model manual. And then the blue one has all the sound decoder information in it for the Tsunami 2. Okay, so what we're looking at here is called a deco sample model. Basically, it's the same as what the manufacturers refer to as a test print. The factory builds the model to the best of their ability and with the supplied artwork and parts and everything, and then they send it to the manufacturer for review before the model goes into full production mode. So aside from some very minor adjustments that I've been told they're going to make to some warning labels and stuff like that, they're going to improve the printing on the side, which honestly, I'm looking at it right now and it doesn't look to me like it could be improved too much. It looks really good, but they're going to improve the printing and change a little bit. I think some of the gray color on the model is slightly off, but for a preview, this is pretty cool, and I'm excited to have this here. So let's take a closer look. So like I was saying just a second ago, this print looks really excellent, and I haven't seen the real locomotive in person, but I have to say it's a cool paint scheme. It's different on each side, and I'll turn it around here in a second. You can see the other side. Something that's worth mentioning here is that they've gone through a lot of trouble to make sure that all the grills and grates and all that detail is accurate on the model to what the prototype is. And you may not be able to see it on the screen here, I'm not sure, but that grill toward the back of the model is see-through. And then looking at the details under the sill, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So there's a lot of detail in this model. Something else I noticed is the recess in the brake wheel there. Separately applied brake wheel. This is really well done. So besides the fact that the grill here is see-through, it's also a photo-etched part. The air intakes here also photo-etched grills. That's a photo-etched grill over there. I mean, I was pointing it out. There's all kinds of detail in the trucks and in the undersill. I mean, this is cool. They fit a lot of details in this thing. Okay, taking a look at some of the details on and around the front of the model. You can see that the cab has sunshades, separately applied windshield wipers, separately applied grabs right down the front. And the paint treatment on the stepwell is pretty nice too. And if you look, you'll see it has a separately applied snowplow, which is accurate. And then some of the MU hoses are actually rubber. And then there's also a train line air hose, and that's a McHenry scale coupler. It does have working ditch lights, which we'll look at later. And something else that was mentioned specifically on the website is that those ditch light castings are to scale and accurate, the shape and everything. So they've done a lot of really cool sort of customization. This has a lot of prototype specific detail. On this side, you also have the sunshade. I failed to mention the mirror on the other side. And you can kind of see the grabs a little better on this side. You can also start to see the fact that it has a different paint job on this side. And there it is. The Fireman side has a completely different paint job, which is just like the real one. And if you look, you can see you've got your photo etched details here in the grills, right? And more detail under the sill. And you can see the grills in the back here also are photo etched. And then, of course, you can see the rear of the model is detailed similarly to the front with separate grabs, rubber MU hoses, and just overall pretty stunning detail. Something else I'm liking a lot is this little logo. That's their dedication to the employees logo, the same one that's on the front of the box. So pretty cool stuff, and the rendering on all the small printing is very nicely done. Let's take a look at the top. Okay, looking down from above, you can see the depth in the fans. That looks really good. This is a K5LLA horn, which is accurate to the prototype. I'm really liking that sort of racing stripe that goes down the center of the top there. And we're going to take a closer look at the cab here because it has a removable cab roof, which sticks on with magnets. Let's take a look at that next. So check this out. And inside there is a fully detailed interior. And then, of course, on top of the roof there, you have all the, PTC equipment and GPS and all that stuff. All right, so I have the model set up on a small piece of track here, and off screen I have my computer running JMRI, and in my hand I have my phone running Y-throttle. We're going to give this model a little bit of a test run here on this short track. So I have to say, I'm really impressed with this model. It's a nice looking model. It has a really cool paint scheme. Regardless of how you feel about the prototype one, the model's still very cool. It sounds good, it has great details. The photo etched pieces, like the grills and the fact that the back grills see-through, are all highlights for me. And just when you thought the video was over, we're going to go and run this model at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. So let's go to that, and I'll see you next time.